Is it true you are a shy person?
No.
You're not shy. Okay, then look at me. Why are you looking
She
at
saw
me?
her father, so she's not shy
She's
anymore.
not shy. Okay. Okay, I made them sing, so let me hear you sing as well.
Uh-oh. She doesn't know how to sing yet. I know how to sing.
So sing.
Wait.
Okay.
No. I know, but no. I never know. This is no. I just love to sing and love. I just. Okay. And now, can I have water?
Open Sianum.
Our enemies are many, and they stand ready to pounce upon and exploit our every weakness. They play upon our vanities and flatter us in every kind of way. They tell us that this particular person or that particular country has greater or more favorable potentialities than the other. They do not tell us that we should unite, that we are all as good as we are able to make ourselves once we are free.
Don't fucking move on. Shoot your fucking ass, bitch. Tase his ass.
Why are you so angry?
I'm angry because it's been going on forever. Enough is enough.
We're waiting for back. I will, sir. No worries. I will. Fuck. He just shot his arm off. We got pulled over on Larpener.
I told him not to reach for it. I told him to get his hand out.
You told him to get his ID, sir, and his driver's license. Oh my God, please don't tell me he's dead. Please don't tell me my boyfriend just went like that.
Keep your hands where they are, please.
Yes, I will, sir. I'll keep my hands where they are. Please don't tell me this, Lord. Please, Jesus, don't tell me that he's gone. Please don't tell me that he's gone. Please, officer, don't tell me that you just did this to him. You shot 4 bullets into him, sir. He was just getting his license and registration, sir.
Mid-20th century is Africa's. This decade is the decade of African independence. Forward then to independence. To independence now. Tomorrow, the United States of Africa.
Aquaba. Young will be Aquaba. I'm too excited to finally come back. I think it's been like a week off. I mean, when I say a week off, it doesn't mean we stopped working for a week. No. There was a lot going on last week. You remember, especially those of you who are in the Zoom community on WhatsApp and also on prayer page. You know, we had our annual fasting and prayer and sacrifice at the end of the day, and it was awesome. I personally enjoyed every step of it, and I'm excited. I can't wait for next year already, knowing very well that we're going to have a great year, that this year it's a great year. I mean, I'm in my 2021 already. I know a lot of y'all are waiting for December to hit up so that you can go into 2021. But I'm in 2021 already, and I'm super excited. And I believe everybody in this house, in this family, in this community is already in 2021, and we're excited about what lies ahead in this year. This is a great year. Listen, this is a great year. 2020 was a great year, but this is a greater year. This is a better year. Regardless of what would happen in the year, there are a lot of things that is there for the taking. There are a lot of things that is there in this year for the taking, and I feel you better position yourself. So it's all about positioning in this year. It's all about where you stand and where you are situated, and so long as you are in the right place, in a great place, you are good to go. So I want to thank the powers that be. I want to thank the Creator for everything that we see around us. Also the Mother Earth that sustains us. I want to say thank you to the powers of the air, the earth, the water dimensions, and the fire realm. I also want to say thank you to Esi Ajo Abne Aokuya Efi Amen, and also now Feja Himenana from and all the powers, all the elders that have moved on to the next life. I'm super excited about everything else that is happening, and that is why I really want to react to this video. Listen, this came up the last minute. This video came up the last minute. I'm ready to go. I was about to say something else. I mean, it's been like a week off the internet, but I think coming back was supposed to be something great and something strong, and just about a few minutes for me to come into today's shooting. I came across this video. It came from nowhere, and I watched it and I said, listen, let me react to this. And I'm not reacting to it for all the wrong reasons you might think. I'm not reacting to it because you're speaking English. I'm not reacting to it because none. This has nothing to do with English language. This has nothing to do with Queen's language. None of that. But this is something that I really need you to pay attention to. Not for all the wrong reasons, but for all the right reasons, in the sense that you don't need anybody to teach you anything. Everything that you are to be in this dimension already exists in you. You were made full. You were made complete. You don't need anybody to teach you anything. You don't even need me. All you need to do is to spend enough time on you, on yourself, to invest just a little bit of time in yourself, and you'll be amazed to the things that you dig out of you. And these twins, are no further from what I'm going to talk about today. I believe we've heard about them already. I mean, I played a little bit of them before I came in to welcome you all to the Melanated Truth and to Social Thursday. What I want to ask, like the title says, could they have come back? Are these twins that have come back to our dimension, are they reincarnated? What do you think this is really about? Because listen, these kids are not raised in the gated community. These are not raised at a place where you can say they are exposed to certain things, or the schools they go to or the communities they find. No, these, as most people will call it, are in the ghetto of ghettos. These kids are in the ghettos of ghettos. They are in a fisherman community. Listen, I don't want to say too much. Let's watch this video.
I was my mama kwaba war in 15 months Cape Coast. Na said the Uhunu area no aha enye STTB and I say baby I be fan say yeah a different place be yeah to say what back Cape Coast in fact Hanokra Dina Bobo pa. I'm just trying to paint a picture. Say, baby, I away, Adia, Yabadi home, Como Yadia, won't expect to say Ubehu Ewaha. And Ka Ebia, Emofra, any Ewa Bricha, and Womokasa, it me, sir, and now simple Womo Eben Abrofo, Etia Brofumua, and Womo it me Casasa. And ya me nam soma ye baha, a entafua, Womo aye, Wama. Me drew her and Semua Womo be Samecrano. Na me ho adwime sem ni bi wo ho a omo ka me se na we so de omo kosua no he na enye no nko a che se se de omo si e ka nsem no menim se ye ko school ye oral English. Emma, your boy and nini bi. I be why you can. I say, until ye papa, and so on. Now it's a sawati. And Chimuni se kwanya ye faso, ebo bobo, a din yahudo ni binaya ye money ye. Na me baby di sa enkomo ya me gidi se ebetumi aboa ama yate the ACA bia na obi ohwe yen ebetumi ama yate ase de ekoso a omo yentafo omo da sori afi de omo hya ase ka brofo nye brofo keke te se de me de a how are you be omo de no mo kan rest na den ti ama ebi susu se bia na se de ese nipa etumi ekoba ya bi na se we mu omo akono mayira be pie ha o se senyo me ne wo mo eni enkomo kakra.
As we can see, this is really in the hood, as some people would say. This is not. I mean, I wasn't raised in an environment like that, so it only makes sense that I'm exposed to certain things. But these kids are coming from the efficient community, you know, like there's no much education going on, and everybody in Ghana would bear with me. There's no much education going on. They're not exposed to a lot of things that most children in gated communities in a privileged homes will be exposed to. They don't travel in and out of the country. They don't have vacations and what have you. This is all they got. This is all they have, and for them to articulately speak fluently another language that is not their language. It could be French, it could be Spanish, it could be Portuguese, it could be Aibe, it could be the Bani, it could be any other language. It doesn't matter. It just happens to be English language, but any other language could do the trick, in the sense that any other language would cause you to open up your mouth and go like, wow. Simply because they are not raised in that environment. You get a picture that I'm trying to throw to you. They are not ready for, so for them to be able to speak fluently in another person's tongue or in another dialect is something very applaudable and very recommendable, and you would want to find out that how exactly were they able to do this.
What is saying? Boko pa. You're from saying?
From Kiki.
Kiki. Oh, okay. I want to penny and I say, I want a penny. I want a penny. Okay, you're from saying?
Pipi.
Pipi. Oh, okay. Kiki and Pipi.
Okay.
Full name near then?
My full name is Lorinda Ekwabedu.
Your full name is?
Lorinda Ekwabedu.
So where from the Kiki?
The Kiki means that Kakla.
Oh, okay. Okay. And the Pipi means what?
Pain.
Pain. Oh, okay. Okay. And your full name is?
Loretta Ekwabedu.
Loretta Ekwabedu. So how come you speak like? Are your friends worried? Are they enjoying how you speak, or are they complaining?
And they're not complaining. They said they really like it. And the teacher, they said when the school judge came, they said our school is very good. So they gave us a prize for letting them win. And Ekem was the best school, and we keep having more students because the way we speak, everyone thinks good. And we're on the Ekem is on the newspaper right now. Our teacher, and everyone that's Ekem, it's so excited. It's so excited.
I love this part because when it's so excited, everybody it was like, okay, let me break it down. It's so excited. You see, the Ghanaian would say excited, and these people would say, brothers and sisters would say excited, right? So what I'm getting from this is the fact that these are not just little kids. You can take it like that. This is my reaction, so I get to say whichever way I want to say it. I believe strongly in my spirit that these are kids that have come back into this dimension to continue a life that they didn't finish. And if enough attention is given to them, enough care is given to them, is the right tools are given to them, you will see these kids grow up to do something special in our generation, because they basically are ahead of everybody in their generation. They are just 8 years old, and they Kiki and Pipi are definitely ahead of a lot of 8-year-olds in their community, not necessarily 8-year-olds in the high societies in Ghana or the rest of the world, but in their community. So for you to be brought up in such a community and be advanced to everything else happening in the community, then it means that you are definitely catching up where you left up from. So everybody can play down on this and look at this like, oh, but this is nothing, they just speaking English. No, I don't look at the English that they are speaking. I look at the fact that they look at them. I mean, pay attention to them. They look like they bold, they confidence, they know what they're about, they know what they're saying, and it looks like we've done this before. This is not new.
All our friends are over there. They said we should make them proud and say their names. They want to be famous too.
Oh, okay. So now you are famous.
But our father taught us how to speak this English. When we were little babies, our father wanted us to speak English just like him. So he spoke English around us lots of times. So it caught it on. We told our father that we wanted to speak English too. So he taught us the meaning of English and how it means.
Okay. Okay. So how old are you?
8 years.
8 years, and you are also 8 years.
Yes.
Obviously, you are twins, so your age will be the same.
Yes.
So, do you love to relocate from Ghana?
What?
Will you want to move from Ghana?
Yes, but it's my hometown, and I love it with all my heart.
Okay, you love your hometown.
So you see the way when he asked them if they want to relocate, and it's like, yeah, but I love Ghana with all my heart. I mean, these are 8-year-olds. What do they know about loving Ghana with all their heart? Listen, these are not just experiencing life for the first time. They certainly have been here before, been to it, and know exactly where they wanted to come. I'm suggesting that these are two that mastered themselves, invested time into themselves, and had a plan that, listen, if we come back into this dimension, we're going to make sure that we are coming from the core. And you see, they are not born anywhere else than the coastlines. The coastlines are the same place or the exit point for most of our brothers scattered in the diaspora. So them coming back into this dimension, they make sure they came back exactly where they exited into the diaspora and places or locations that we have in the world today. Are you making sense what I'm saying? Because they could have been bet anywhere else in Ghana, but by the coast, in Cape Coast, the same place they exited. Listen, there's something phenomenal going on down there, and I only pray that the parents would have the eyes to see the kind of kids that they have, and they would invest that much time. And listen, if you have ever doubted that reincarnation is real and people actually go and come, that is why in our dialect we have what we call the ababio. We have ababio. Simply means you've come again. So I believe so much these kids have come again. And I believe without a doubt that when they were alive, when they were in this dimension, they were somewhere in the States or something like that, state, Canada, what have you, and they decided that, listen, when we come back into this dimension, when we come back into this experience, we want to make sure we grow up, we are bet in the place, the exact place that they took us from, and we want to do a lot of things to change the narrative. And that's what I'm saying. If enough attention is paid to these kids, they will do so much.
Have you, apart from Cape Coast, where have you been to?
We have been to Accra, where our cousin lives. And we have been to our mother's father's house. It's very big, and our mother's father is very old, but he's very nice and kind, and he's very funny a lot of times. And there's our mother. She's just standing right there.
Okay. Mommy and Pacho Brawai. But transfer me na me mommy any income officer. Edian is see. Do you speak English with your mom?
Yes. We speak English around here too.
Okay. Does she speak back?
Yes, sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
And sometimes too, what does she do?
She speaks fancy with us.
Oh, okay. Mommy, what are there?
Yaminado.
Obi na Sunday video be record on the phone. So say, Brofo and Crane cano, a you be a one. Didn't see.
I mean,
Anyway, you're frozen.
but your family, okay. You want to go fee. You won't do a cast down. I mean, mansion that muscle medication in here, Papa be an or Papazi. And see, or cast I'm impairment in over upon our times, no, was the pain. Now, those one age. No, or cast them see. You know, I don't walk a say, and answer some man, damn no workasa.
Just like that.
In Virginia.
And just as the mother is saying, I mean, the mother is saying that her education level, you know what I mean? Education level is not anything to write home about, and she didn't further her education to anywhere, and so she doesn't speak English fluently, and they don't even know what happened. They were born speaking Chi fancy precisely. They were born speaking fancy, and one day overnight they start speaking like this. So it's like they finally came into themselves and said, wait a minute. Do you remember what language we had before we came into this dimension? Okay, can we go back to that? So they decided, listen, let's go back. Just like that. Nobody taught them. Obviously, the mother is not the one teaching them, because now they are trying to teach the mother. I mean, let's hear from the father as well.
Eya, mpombo kode.
Boko ankofi. Ofram kwesibedu.
Denisi.
Okay. My friend na mu won me won ka brofo. Nti musu wo wide yen ayo ha na yo nti marampo nka ma adweno. I'm a teacher but on ka ma adweno. Nti mu brother nursing bi da kro ba mo na onyi my friend na ka brofo a wonti how are you mpo wankasa. Na oyo twa wona asa ho. Nti okaje my friend me won ka brofo na gisa wi aze morian. Oda usua brofo. Na ma adwen bodo dam za mamo is wa ka brofo. Nti oya na me won ka wonpo mu do me pa ba. Nti mo wa na mu de I am a da. Be a movie and pedamer, Munda were cabrofo na, Worisian brofo de what is slang. What's the one casino? Abamo, into one of Miss No, more farming. Inside them catch a man for the more farming or a cabrofo. Oh, no more farmers or cabrofo so brofos yabazi. I must know until you be a Morocco one. No, I am that shabby, until I don't know him. Now, why there's someone who won't pace no woods agra, only the fat. Until I don't hear the video one as a. Or into them catch one dagger. No start them record. I'm that to Facebook Nazi. Tim Kofu should be no put over one gin about. So echo area. Maybe a cotaza, Wakasa. We said that the mini quantum no. Easy. I brought from Ba Ubiaka. Into Mori and day in the out to one brought from most of what cannon or cosser. In fact, I'm very proud of them.
So like we heard from the father, I know some of you don't understand what he's saying, but basically he's saying that when he gave back to them, they didn't speak English. They spoke fancy throughout, and I mean they couldn't even say how are you. They couldn't even respond to how are you. So when the father saying when a cousin comes around and asks them how they're doing, they're not able to respond. So the cousin told the dad that, you know what, we think you have to teach your children how to speak English because of how economically the world is shaping to be a single place. So he decided to teach them, and eventually he even wanted to give up because he tried and tried. They were not picking up. So you can see clearly that these kids speak not because their daddy taught them anything. They speak because they came into this dimension with their own language, with their own way of speaking or their own way of expressiveness. I'm telling you, these kids, listen, they are coming, they live their lives in the previous lives in the diaspora, and they decided, no, you know what, we're not going to stay in this oppressed state. When we come back, we would make sure we are born in the motherland. I'm only giving you my reaction, but I'm telling you, something is going on here. And if you don't believe in reincarnation, this is a full example to what it is. When we come back and you see the powers that be, I've been teaching in this for a while now, that you can generate enough investment into yourself to come to a place where when you die, you can lock up your memory into a safe place that when you come back, you just open it up and continue living the life that you left behind. That is, if you have to come back. If you've lived so well of a life that you just want to move on to the next dimensions, that you move on. But if you want to come back, you should be able to pick up from exactly where you left. Because they woke up one day, they went to sleep not even being able to respond to how we use, and they woke up one day speaking fluently than anybody in the entire community. Listen, I want to thank Kofi TV for this amazing video. I'm going to leave the link in the description, and I'm going to allow you to watch it. Just you can watch the whole interview, but I think this is something crazy, phenomenal. Not necessarily because they speak English, but the fact that this is what I see. These are two lives that have come back into this dimension, and they are going to do amazing things if enough attention is paid to them. That's all I'll say. If enough attention is paid to them, there are a lot of things that are happening in this dimension. I wish somehow I wish I did my the original video that I wanted to do, but at the same time I'm excited for this as well, because this is reaffirming the fact that the possibility of people coming back into this dimension is very, very much real. It's not made up. It's not some story. It's not some mystic quote. This is real. People are experiencing life as it is, not for the first time, but definitely for the multiple times. I'm not saying everybody is experiencing it, but people are definitely experiencing life in that dimension.
Pipi, who?
What?
Brofo, what there? What?
Who gave you what?
What will you want to be in future?
I want to be a doctor and help everyone.
A doctor?
Yes.
Wow. And any reason?
For what?
For wanting to be a doctor?
I see people on TV getting hurt and leaving their families alone. But I want to help them stay alive and make everyone's dreams come true.
Okay. Wow. Kiki, and what will you want to be?
The same thing.
You also want to be a doctor? Any special reason?
It's because I've seen lots of people around me. They're always getting hurt, and I want to be the person that helps them. Even I don't want their money. I just want to help them for the great sake of their future.
And cry 8 years. Before money may can the wisdom with which our money may akasano make crime.
I mean, if you think these are just kids, these are 8-year-olds. You'd ask a lot of grown-ups, and these are 8-year-olds that are speaking with such wisdom and such panache, such boldness, such surety. I'm telling you, there's something else going on here. It's not a bad thing, it's a very good thing. We just have to, the parents just have to learn and understand who these children are, and they will do phenomenal things with their lives. If only parents will pay attention, just enough attention to what is happening to their kids. See, the mistake the parents will do is to try and tell them what to do. No, these are not kids you tell them what you think they should do. These are kids that you just guide them. You just lead them the way. You just show them, and they will do the rest. Just point them the right directions, and they will do the rest. They'll do the rest. They don't need you. They came in their fullness of capacity, and they came to execute why they are. They're not here to play. They're not here to waste time. I mean,
Nancy, at the same.
Oh, yeah.
What do you feel saying?
Budua.
What do you feel saying?
President.
How old are you?
I'm 6.
6. Oh, maybe say already. Unni mu mfia wedi e wo twi mo. O kan fante.
There's the part that I think something got to be done because she couldn't even answer the question in Chi. You see how bad it is. They're so their English is so turned on that she couldn't answer the question in Chi. When they asked, "How old are you?" in Chi, she mentioned her name, and when Kofi asked, "How old are you?" in English, now she's comfortable saying, "I'm 6 years old." That's how bad it's getting now. They need to speak some Fanti. Listen, they need to speak some Fanti.
Okay, tell me about yourself.
Okay, I like to play and love to eat and love to play hide and seek. What she's saying that she loves everything in the world, and the way she saw us speak, she just wants to be just like us.
Did she tell
The first time she came, she didn't know how to speak like us. So she said she wanted to speak like us. So we're teaching her English. When our father's away, we always teach her English so she can be better and better like us.
And how quick are you picking?
She's just picking a little bit slow, and she's going fast and slow. I love to eat a little bit. What she means that she loves our father, and she gets nervous when they're taking videos of her. When we're doing our web show on the internet, she gets a little nervous and say things that pops into her head. That's kind of a little embarrassing. But it's okay. As long as she's kind of shy. As long as she sees our father, she'll be okay.
Is it true you are a shy person?
No.
You're not shy? Okay, then look at me. Why are you looking
She saw her father, so she's not shy anymore.
not shy? Okay.
A little embarrassing. Like, listen, it's not the English language. I'm saying this over and over again. I'm just trying to make you understand. There's so much happening in our world that it will be a shame for you to die and move on from this dimension and not even know what is going on. It'll be a total shame. We need to tune in. We need to tune in. We need to wake up to understand the dimension that the Creator has allowed us to come into. Because there's so much going on. If most people paid attention to their children, listen, most people's lives will be changed dramatically and drastically, I'm telling you. Because if you can only pay, when parents stop telling their children what to do and listen and allow the children to grow into their own, to become who they are sent here to do, or to become who they are sent here to be, I'm telling you, a lot of things will be done differently. And we'll see this world in a much more better place. Because the fact is that parents are trying to choke down the throat of children what the parents feel they should do. And nobody is really paying attention to these kids. The parents don't speak like that. The community don't speak like that. Their cousins, their big sisters don't speak like that. They are the only two, and now they are influencing everybody around them. Why is that? Because they came into this dimension full of who they are. And just as you come into this dimension as a full potential, you just got to pay enough attention to who you are and why you are here.
Kiki and Pipi, your final words.
What do you mean? Is it about to end?
Yes, it's about to end.
Oh. So
You want us to talk more?
no, but can you bring the camera, or the people can just come here, all our family members.
You want them to be in the video?
Yeah,
All
some
your
of our family members are here. There. Yeah, come up here. What?
But have you traveled outside Ghana before?
No.
You've never traveled outside Ghana?
No. But when we go to our grandpa's place, we just ask our sisters, lots of questions, and they said, even the nights when they're studying, we ask them questions until they fall asleep on the table.
But you wouldn't have money. Also, come from the Bomo. And she won't mean your monk can cry. No, the Omodi any be no. And she, a young one, I said, what happened? Mopen concern power. When you concern. When you concern. All right. And Yamanaba, more final words.
We just want to say, all people of Ghana, I hope you're all happy to see this, but don't get too worried about this. So bye. Thank you,
Bye. Why?
Like I said, big credit to Kofi TV. I want to say a big thank you to our brother Kofi for bringing this to light, and I'm so grateful because it is through him. I'll leave the link in the description below so you can watch the full interview. But listen, reincarnation is real. A lot of people are experiencing this dimension not for the first time. When you know yourself, when you pay enough attention to who you are, you probably will begin to understand that this may even not be your first time here. If only we would learn to pay attention to the things that are happening around us, we will be amazed of the abilities that are locked up in us, ready to come out. Have a great evening. I love you guys. Don't forget, tomorrow is Spirit Friday. Spirit Friday is back. Tomorrow is going to be amazing, and I'm going to talk about something that probably a lot of people, and I'm going to, Spirit Friday, I'm always using the Bible because I want to help our brothers and sisters that are still stuck in Christianity and religion to come out of that, because we need every single person to be in the place of truth. When all of us are in the place of truth, we can do so much as a people. Stay blessed. I love you guys. See you same time tomorrow. Mwah.